When I was 25, I moved across the country to attend the Academy for Dog Trainers at the San Francisco SPCA. It was a little strange I was changing careers without a dog of my own. However, I decided to take the leap of faith and set out on this new adventure. Upon graduation, I was offered a position at the Humane Society of Boulder Valley as their first training coordinator in their animal behavior department. This type A, high drive, and high anxiety perfectionist was thrilled to start her new career. Oh wow, I sound like a border collie. After several months, I finally scored a pet-friendly apartment, and it was time to begin the search for my perfect dog. In walks Sully, a 6-month-old black lab mix. Sully had a curly tail, legs for days, brown soulful eyes, and a white patch of hair in his chest. I swiped right. I was so excited to have found my perfect companion, and even more excited to begin our perfect relationship. As Sully grew both older and more attached to me, he grew less tolerant of other dogs. I'll never forget the first time he started barking and lunging at other dogs on leash. I froze. It was as if all my dog training skills were ripped from my consciousness. As Sully continued to bark and lunge, the heavy realization that my perfect dog did not exist was so sad for me. I was disappointed I hadn't prevented the behavior from happening. I am a dog trainer. I was even more upset with Sully for behaving this way. My ego didn't get her perfect relationship. Well, luckily for my ego, I had started therapy. I mean, when in Boulder, right? As I began my journey into personal growth, I realized just how much pressure I was putting on myself and how much, I was just so intense with myself. And even worse, now I was projecting this onto my dog. Feelings of shame, embarrassment, anger, less than, they all crept their way into our relationship, and I never knew I invited them. Through my 12 years experience in animal sheltering, operating my private dog training practice, and my relationship with my dog, I have learned one glaring lesson. My relationship with Sully is a window into how I relate to the world around me. It offers me insight to what holds me back and shows me where I can expand and connect in my own life. This lesson has afforded me the opportunity to connect more intimately with Sully and my relationship with others, and most importantly, my relationship with self. Tonight's a different conversation about dog training. I'm not here to talk to you about the 6 best ways to improve your dog's behavior. Rather, we're talking about the 6 best ways to improve your behavior in all relationships. Step 1, get curious. Ask questions and avoid assuming. Try to understand the world through your canine's perspective. This will only allow for more empathy in the relationship. Step 2, lean into acceptance and away from resistance, even when it's hard. If your dog is barking and lunging or growling and cowering, it's an indication they're having a hard time and they need your support rather than your feelings of shame or punishment. Step 3, compassionately communicate. Learn your canine's language. These guys are in a foreign country trying desperately to understand what it is that we need and want from them. It's up to us to learn what they're saying so we can have a dialogue instead of a one-way conversation. Step 4, support and co-create. Determine what your dog needs in this relationship. Determine what you need in this relationship, and make sure to continuously check in along the way. Step 5, develop and maintain trust. As Dr. Susan Friedman would say, if you're gonna make a withdrawal from the relationship trust account, make sure to deposit many more positive experiences to maintain a healthy balance. And lastly, step 6, celebrate. One of my favorite things about positive reinforcement training is that it trains your eye to notice all the good choices your dog is already making, a skill we can use on ourselves and our loved ones. So bottom line is, there's no perfect. I train myself every day to notice when I start projecting and get in my own way. One may say I'm a wannabe golden, but I will always be a border collie at heart. It's just that now I have better tools to help me navigate my world. Oh, and as for Sully and his barking and lunging at other dogs, he too has better skills to help him navigate his world. But it all started when I decided to show up as a non-judgmental partner in the relationship. So, Sully wants to know, what can you learn about yourself through the relationship with your dog? Thank you.